So technology has always been sort of the foundation on which I have worked. We have to be relevant to the people, to the society, and that's the only way I think we have survived 100+ years. Very excited for the future, and I know you and your company are at the forefront of this.
How do we even enable the situational awareness that a drone brings to go one step further in aiding someone like GE's operational, let's say, procedures and all of that, in terms of, it's not just what a drone is seeing, right? It's about what do we understand from what the drone is seeing. Exactly. Let's say, to take an example, would be a solar farm, and you have, let's say, 400, 500 acres of solar farms, and with a million or so solar panels. How do you instantly detect where the dust is, and how do you inform, or how do you integrate it into all the intelligence that GE has built? I think that is a very particularly interesting field as to how do you integrate the situational awareness of the drone, take it one step further, and how do you integrate it with the management systems and the operational intelligence that GE has built?
No, absolutely. And I think you hit on a very important point. And if I can again zoom out a little bit, right? It's almost so there is a lot of data that's being generated, yeah. Whether it is again at a sensor level or using drones, but only statistically only 1% of the data is being used. Yeah. So it's also not how to get the data, but it's also how to use the data and how to analyze the data and as a result control or optimize your operations. So when you look at drones, and you took a good example of solar farms, and we are playing in a big way in solar power generation as well, and we know that over a period of time, because these solar farms are outdoors, are in remote areas, are in harsh environment, they are going to degrade over a period of time. There are going to be failures in the balance of plant, if not in the solar panel itself. So how can, and being remote areas, having full-time field personnel there is not feasible. So both in terms of understanding how these panels are operating, knowing their pristine state, if you will, and then how is the degradation proceeding over a number of days or months or years, being able to track that and being able to correct that so that it doesn't impact your operations. Also providing safety and security for a solar farm, because again, a farm that's out there in Kutch or Rajasthan or other remote areas, you will not always have a safety and security, especially in large areas, which is hundreds of acres. So how to provide safety and security, and so that you can control, and again you can take corrective actions. So I think drones are going to be very important in those areas. We talked about mining operations, yes. And I feel again that's one area where drones can provide a lot of important information about the operations, about the assets, about safety and security. We are working with utilities. These are both central and state utilities and transmission utilities. And transmission assets are again, these are long linear assets, right? You have transmission wires, you have transmission towers. Very difficult for us to physically monitor, or for the utilities to physically monitor how these assets are, and where the faults are likely to come up, or faults are already there. So again, I feel drones, and with the new policy initiatives that are taking place, with new companies that are coming into this field, I think we talked about the tipping point in digital transformation. I also feel this is a tipping point in the area of drones, whether it's new technologies, new products, or new services that are being offered. I think we are at that tipping point.